Hey, how y'all doing today? I'm Anthony. You're watching Palmetto Prepared. We are back in my kitchen today because we are going to be making a South Carolina favorite, and that is a mustard-based barbecue sauce. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, Anthony, what? What is a mustard-based barbecue sauce? Hey, that's no big deal. In the South, if you go to different states, there is different types of barbecue everywhere. Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida all have different types of barbecue. If you've never been and tried each one of them, you're in for a treat. However, since I grew up in South Carolina, my preference obviously is mustard-based. Not saying that is the best. I like all of them actually, but it's just what I grew up on, and I don't see it very often, especially in stores, because you're more likely to see an entire row of a ketchup, brown sugar based or vinegar based, and you really only see like one or two options for mustard based. And I got a little frustrated when I saw that, so I decided to come up with my own recipe, and that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, now everything you're going to need for this is right here. You need 4 or 5 pieces of bacon. I like a little bit more bacon in mine, so I'm adding 5. You really don't even need to add that much, just enough to get you some flavor. You need 2 cloves of garlic, 1 shallot. This is a milder flavored onion. You can use a purple onion also. Just something that's not going to give an overpowering flavor of onion like yellow or a white onion. So I prefer a shallot. Now you need some apple cider vinegar, some honey. Your basic yellow mustard has to be yellow, cannot be Dijon, and some chili powder for some color. Now first things first, we got to chop up our bacon, our garlic, and our shallot. All right, now that we got our bacon, our shallot, and our garlic chopped up, we are going to go ahead and toss them in a pan. Now what I'm using is a cast iron with enamel because it's going to be a little easier to mix everything together and clean up. You can use cast iron or you could use a regular pot. No big deal. All right, now you can use a little bit of olive oil. That's what I do. Use about a teaspoon of olive oil to make sure that we got a nice little barrier to keep everything sticking in it initially. And brown the bacon, make the onions translucent. When they're nice and see-through, you're ready to add the rest of the ingredients. All right, there you have it. Super, super easy. If you have not tried, that's what we call Carolina Gold because it's a mustard based. If you have not tried a Carolina Gold style barbecue sauce, I highly suggest you try it. This recipe is actually even paleo and I think keto friendly since there is no carbohydrates and it's mustard based instead of having a lot of sugar. You can always do without the bacon if you don't like meat, and you can always pull back on honey if you don't really care about the sweetness. So that's the best part about this recipe, is it is completely up to you what flavors you want. I highly suggest you try it. If you've never actually had this kind of thing before, you might actually like it. And not saying you got to give away your loyalty to the other kinds. Just give a little love to the South Carolina style. With that being said, if you learned anything from this video or if you want to give this a try, please give me a thumbs up. It would really help me out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all later, all right?